Thank you so much for coming out. Here to commemorate the final reading of the bookstore. I have two new books. Last year I launched two books. I launched one in January and one in August. And now it's August and I'm launching two at the same time. A word about this one. It's three different poets bound in the same volume. My section of it is the last one, and it's called Coming Home with Cancer, and it's about 28 pages long, so it's a chapbook. It does have a lot about, it is a continuation of work that I've done with my glioblastoma diagnosis. One of the best poems in that vein is called After the Seizure. When I could still dribble, my left hand flapped the stop sign and back, steadied the basketball over my forehead. On dexamethasone, I could still type with both hands. In this way, I spent the last summer of my life shooting baskets in the driveway and typing dark, ecstatic lines. Afterwards, my right hand learned to cover the full court of the keyboard while its teammate dangled like a jacket. Shortening muscles drew my left arm into my chest. My physical therapist laid me out and taught me stretches. The tenderness with which I would have to bring my left hand back to its senses. Alright, it's 28 pages long. It contains some poems from my previous two collections, so it's not like a pure anthology piece, so to speak. But some of the poems in it are definitely new, being published in it for the first time, and some of them not even having first appeared in magazines. One of those poems is called Autumn Thoughts, and it has an epigraph from a Chinese poet whose name is really pronounced Bai Ju Yi. I know this because my wife is Chinese. It's spelled something like P-O-C-H-U with a weird umlaut above it, hyphen I, which there's a history to that I won't go into, but he says, these lovely seasons and fragrant years falling lonely away, we share such emptiness here. And the poem, it's about my dad who's not here right now. And the new material in Coming Home with Cancer is related to the divorce because that's what was going on when I wrote those poems. But that line, we share such emptiness here, that really struck me because I live in his house. And it's an empty house because he's not in it. Without him in the house he half owns, we share our Father's emptiness, a vacancy through which other men pass, tightening screws, changing light bulbs, talking politics. Spider webs drag over bare arms the lineaments of the invisible man who lives with us, where crab apple trees raise amputated limbs. The bitten leaves of our lives, a memorandum to emptiness. A polka-dotted woodpecker bangs its head, drumming like a downspout in the rain, knuckles rapping on the front door. Abandoned adult children eyeing the stranger on tippy-toe through the peephole. Every day the mail woman slaps shut the mailbox lid. More letters come for him, the gone man, his dead parents and married daughter. than for those of us who are left with autumn thoughts, picking a barefoot path through the driveway's minefield of broken acorns.